Hello, everybody. This is me again. It's been a little while, but just wanted to do a follow-up video. Last time I made a video, I did a video on unboxing of this. This is the clone of the Replicant from Baliplus. It's the special edition all black, if you remember. Give it a look here. But today's video, I wanted to kind of go over and do kind of a comparison of the clone to the real thing. So, without any further ado, we're going to go right through it here. So, hole pattern is a little bit different, a little wider here. In the middle part, you know, see there's the 3 holes. There's no holes there. Also, I noticed that the ends of the handles on the clone are rounded off, which I kind of think is cool. Not the case on the BRS. They are squared off, which, you know, it's probably a preference thing. You know, you might like one over the other, but now I do have different blades on each. We'll take a look here. So this is the Alt Select blade with the with my BRS Replicant. And it's the Select Alt, so it's the alternate blade. Select is basically meaning that it's got a two-tone. So part of it's got a polish, while the other has got I'm not even sure what to call that, but it's clearly not polished. It's more of like a brushed finish. Now this one has got an all black finish, but if you look, the blade is very different. This one looks a little bit more like the Tonto variety. But if you've seen the Tonto on a regular BRS, it doesn't look like this either. It's got some very interesting angles on it. I like the crowning on the back end of the blade is pretty nice. You know, it feels pretty smooth. This has also got some crowning. It's not as much crowning on it, but it still works out pretty well. Now, one thing I wanted to discuss is the Zen nipple. So, we're gonna talk nipples, people. Let's get weird. All right, so now my biggest complaint about the BRS Replicant is this nipple. It hurts. Like when you like get your finger. Oh my god! Let me get a better angle. You know, when you get your finger in there, like it pinches like a motherfucker, and it sucks. Like, fortunately, I've like learned to, you know, adjust my flipping with this specific balisong so I don't pinch the shit out of myself. But on the clone version, they fixed that. If you compare the two here, and let me get a good, like you can even see it just here, like there's just a little bit of rounding on all of the edges. Not just on the nipple here. This is all rough. This is kind of smoothened, but even like on this part here, like it's considerably smoother. So in that regard, I like the clone better, honestly. I hate to say that, but you know, there's definitely some advantages to the clone. The clone is also lighter. I don't know if it's because it's definitely made with, you know, some cheaper materials, so that might have something to do with it. But yeah, it is a little bit lighter. Now, it also didn't come with the fucking latch, which is great. You know, they didn't even bother throwing the latch in there. Now, to be fair, though, BRS did pre-take off the latch on this one, so I didn't have to, like, you know, bust out the tools and take the thing off myself. So that's good. And now let's talk about the packaging that came with it. This is what BRS offered. It's kind of a harder soft case, I guess you could say. It's got like some foam inserts in here. You can actually take them out. Here we go. Yeah, it's just kind of a cloth case on the inside here. Kind of like this case for some, it's nice because it's going to be a little bit more protective as opposed to the Baliplus case. It definitely is more secure when it's all zipped up and in there. Also, one thing to add is, if you peel off this, I've considered like putting a couple of like Band-Aids in here in case you accidentally nick yourself while you're flipping. You got a Band-Aid on hand, so that's kind of handy. But it's not the most pocket-friendly case. It's probably close to an inch thick. So it's kind of cumbersome, and I find myself actually I've been using this Baliplus case more than my BRS case, just because of the slim pocket profile. Oh geez, I'm doing drops and I'm not even flipping. But yeah, it just it's really thin once it's in there. It's like, look at that. It fits nicely in the pocket. So I find myself using this one more. It's definitely not going to be as protective as this one, but like I'm not throwing this down fucking cliff or anything. So like I think it's okay, if it's just carrying around in my pocket. I think if I'm gonna like go camping or like something like that, I'd probably want to bring a case like this, just because it's a little more sturdy, a little more weather resistant. I would feel more comfortable with that. And I think that has to do with the fact that this is a cheaper offering. They're not going to be putting a lot of money into their case. And you can tell that this is cheaper made too. Like they didn't even trim the zipper on the inside. It's just hanging here and shit. It's just like some cheap elastic to hold it in place. I think it looks kind of nice though. It's like it kind of feels like a wool kind of material, something like that. Well, this has got, this is just a little bit nicer quality case, but I just wish it was a little more pocket friendly. Honestly, that's my biggest complaint about it. That, and I don't like the color. I like the color on this one better, but that's just a personal bias. So that being said, I feel like I've talked a lot of trash about BRS, and in a lot of ways, I like the clone a lot better. One being, it's all black, and BRS does not offer an all black option right now, which is fine. But it's a little bit lighter. The Zen Nipples more rounded down. I liked the package, the packaging, not packaging, the case that came with it a little bit better for everyday carry. But I like my BRS Replicant better. And that seems strange considering, all of the things all the complaints I have. But the reason that is because this clone was made in probably a dozen different factories. It had so many different hands on it that were getting paid ridiculously low prices to keep the cost of this thing down, so us Americans will buy it. But this was made by people in America that are very active in the community. They also, are always working to improve their products, little by little, every generation. And just having something with the BRS name on it, it just means something. They've been they've been a big part of the community and really doing a lot in general. They bring people into this world that that are, are flippers, and they show them off. They sponsor them. They are always doing like live videos on Instagram and things, and in general they just do a great job. So that's why that one's my favorite. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.